Hey, this is Tom and Shirley, your local Claremont realtors. Have you ever spent your vacation in Florida and decided, hey, I want to live there?
Yes.
Well, obviously, we did just that, and we're going to share with you our pros and cons to living here.
So stay tuned because you'll want to check this out. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to click the bell so you get all the updates. And we'll be right back. All right, let's talk pros and cons, but we're going to start with pros. And I have so many more pros than cons. All right, the first one, lower property taxes.
You know, we were pretty much surprised when we saw how low the property taxes. We were used to them being just ridiculously high on a $400,000 home. What, $15,000 a year? People were paying up in Illinois.
Yeah.
We got here, and the first comparable house that we saw, the property taxes were less than $5,000. And what did you think when you saw that?
I have to laugh because when I first saw my first listing with all the specs to it, and I looked at the property taxes and I saw right around 5,000 for a comparable home, I thought, okay, do they pay it quarterly or how is this paid? Because that can't be real. But it is, so you save a ton of money. And of course, we came from outside of the Chicagoland area. So depending on where you're coming from, in the areas that you move to, it's quite a bit cheaper.
Definitely a pro.
You get a lot for your money. No state income tax.
That pretty much speaks for itself. You just get more of your money that you earn. The money doesn't go to the government. Great benefit.
Yeah. Gotta love not paying more taxes.
Pro?
Being able to go outdoors year round.
You can swim, you can golf, you can bike, you can go out for a walk. It's fantastic. How many times in the winter when you're in a cold weather city are you trapped for
months?
6 months.
Months.
It feels like. We used to joke about that we'd see our neighbors every now and then shoveling snow, and then we'd see them in the spring, and he would have a full beard or
gray hair. What changes come about when you don't see someone for so many months because it's too cold to go outside?
Here it doesn't work like that. You're just able to see people year round, and it's
a very, very active community.
Another pro, access to the most beautiful beaches, we think, in the world. They're just a short drive away.
Especially when you live in Central Florida, it's like you get the best of all worlds. You can drive to the Atlantic in around an hour, or to your favorite, the Gulf side.
About an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes.
Depending where you go, because it's just nothing but beaches. On the Gulf side, you have all the white sand, very soft sand. And on the Atlantic side, a little bit darker sand. But it's great no matter where you go. You're on a beach and you're not flying somewhere, you're just driving there.
Yes, we don't want to sound like beach snobs.
And some of the beaches have been rated in some of the great magazines about some of the best getaways or beaches, and we feel very blessed to have it right kind of in our backyard. So we'll get up in the morning and we may take a short drive to a beach, spend the day, and come back, and it's great. It's like living on vacation. All right, people joke about this all the time. They're like, okay, we don't have seasons. And I guess the joke here when you live in Florida is, yeah, we have 3 seasons. In the morning, you wake up and it's, it can feel like fall, and by the noontime it's spring, and by mid-afternoon it's summer. So we do have seasons. But with all joking aside, we do get some cold weather. I mean,
Your blood does thin out. If you can believe it or not, you You think you're going to be able to brave through it, but 60, 65 degrees starts to feel
And man, when
cold.
you get in the 50s, and yes, you can get in the 50s, but the nice thing is you can be there and then it pops back up maybe in a few days, so you're not stuck in the cold weather. And in the winter, what we call the winter here, I would say December, January, February, when it says 70 degrees, it truly feels like 70 degrees. You don't have the humidity. It feels great outside.
Another pro is when you're a Florida resident, you get to take advantage of the discounts that they all offer to locals here. Whether it's for theme parks, the tickets that they offer, for the meals that they offer, a lot of the things that are more touristy, locals get discounts on.
Yeah, like there's so many people here that take advantage of just say Disney or Universal. Well, when you live here and you're a Floridian, the price is way cheaper and you can make monthly payments. So a lot of people do this because we can go in the parks every day for the price that someone may pay for a week. So and then the another thing is you have to watch for the perks too, because for instance right now SeaWorld is giving this great deal where if you are a member of SeaWorld that you can eat free. I think a year, for a full year it's an additional $100, but for $100 for an entire year you can eat there every day, and each day every 4 hours. So that's a lot of people that we know take advantage of that, and they like, we save on our food bill, Okay, so another one is social. This is the most social area that I've ever seen. There's a lot of transplants here, so people are very embracing. There's a ton of clubs and social events, and there's always something going on in the area. You don't get tired of it.
And we find that people are very inviting and very acceptable. They're not as guarded as they are in other areas of the country. So that social aspect goes hand in hand.
Yeah, so very easy to make friends and just enjoy your time here.
You think when you just vacation here that you're visiting all the places or resorts, but when you live here, you can do the same thing. There's a lot of fun things that go on at all the different places that are here, and a lot of us take advantage of those places and go see them, and even when you live here. So
Yeah, you can dine at some of the beautiful restaurants that are in the resort communities. And one of the things that we like to do is we'll go over to Disney Springs, which is really free entertainment, lots of shopping, lots of fun things to do there. And then you can take a boat over to Saratoga, for instance, the Disney Resort. And then you can have lunch over there, and walk around the resort area. So there's so many things you can do just
yeah,
living here.
that's just one example
Yeah.
of many of the places that you can go to. We talked about being close to the beaches, which it means also that we're close to the ports that the cruises go out of. So I know a lot of people will come in here during the wintertime, have to arrive a couple days early, and then go
Just in
over.
case a snowstorm
Yeah,
hits.
and then they'll go over to take their cruises out. Here, you just drive, park, and go out on the cruises. So yeah, even living here, you go out on cruises, and there's very inexpensive ones that are short weekends or day cruises. So you got so much to choose from.
And you know what? When you get back, you still feel like you're on vacation.
Yes,
That's
you
the
do.
best part. One of our friends went out on a cruise, and on the way back, they said to someone else, they said, I'm so sad. My vacation's over. And they said, you need to get over it. You're in Florida. You live in Florida. So we thought that was funny. And it's true. We go off somewhere to vacation, and then we come back and I see all these beautiful palm trees, and I get excited to be back home. So that's a good feeling to have.
Yes, it is. Another thing that I love that I've always been excited about, even since I was a little kid, is the accessibility to rocket launches. We can drive to see a rocket launch in an hour if we want to go see it live. But we can also just go out in our backyard and watch it. Even in the daytime, you can see the flame going up in the distance, and at night, you can even see it better. So it's so cool just to be able to go out and just see the rocket launch really anytime. And if we want to see it up close, it's a short drive to see it.
And you know what? One time we were out at a Disney resort and we were at, I think it was Bay Lake Tower and the Contemporary. There's a bridge that connects the two. And we were standing on the bridge and we were watching the fireworks from Disney. You could see the fireworks go off at the Magic Kingdom. And then we turned around because we knew there was a rocket launch. And on the same bridge, we turned around and now we're seeing a rocket go off. So I'm like,
really
where else
great.
can you be? And you watch a rocket launch and fireworks at the same time.
That was fantastic.
So that was really cool. So I would say another pro for me, and I was pleasantly surprised, was there's hills in Florida. Like most of Florida is flat, and moving here from Illinois, it's all flat. But moving here, and as I was exploring, we found hills, and I was shocked, really close to Disney. And I'm thinking, this is amazing. So if it feels like, so there's a hidden gem, and it's Claremont. And you feel like you're in another state because you're literally going, I'm talking rolling hills. I don't mean just a little hill, there's rolling hills. So that is a cool thing. And it also has a lot of lakes, and it's known for the choice of champions. They've named Claremont the choice of champions.
Yeah, elite athletes will come here from all over the world, training for Olympics, triathlons, bike riders. It's just a cool place with the hills, especially for the runners. It's a great place to train as well with the elevation. So
and the warm climate,
yeah.
So it is the perfect place, and they do train for triathlons, track and field events, and water sports. So you're always seeing people crewing or boating. I mean, there's just so many things to do. Hey, thanks for joining us on our pros and cons series. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss our weekly videos. And you don't want to miss part 2 of our series. If you have any questions, please call or visit our website.